Let's now get an update. We're now across to our reporter, Ofentse Setimo. Very good afternoon once again to you, Ofentse. All right, let's talk about what's going on right now on the ground. When we spoke in the last hour, you had some residents with you saying, look, this is not an issue of xenophobia, but that they were against those committing crimes in the country, particularly in their area. What can you tell us about what's happening at this time?
Thank you very much. Well, I can tell you that the situation has actually calmed down, whereby Mohlakeng residents who are actually running rampage here in 4 ways informal settlement have actually left this particular area. And there has been, a conflict to some extent where, they would target a certain shack where they suspect there would be a Zama residing there. But unfortunately, there would also be small children residing there. Then you would find the mother figures within the community actually telling them that, they're not supposed to get the children to be homeless. But I'm actually joined now by one of the residents here, Tshepiso Mokoena, just to elaborate on exactly what transpired. Tshepiso, ke lebohela nako ya hao fethu. Kopo re tlhalosetse ka situation se ne se etsahala sela go tlile hore a se badudi ba mo 4 ways informal settlement ke batho ba Mohlakeng ba no ba itse yang gore ke mikhukhu e feng go ba tlokreang di zamazama ko teng.
Bra di mense ba fiwa information ke batho ba dulang mo ene ha se batho ba go Mohlakeng fela bone ba ba etsang so ba kopane le batho ba Begesdala ke bone ba fa information, you see. So ntwena le rona ya re tshosa because ha re sa robala monate no ene wa bona ha ba ka ba tsama gona le motho mo go bone le rona re tshaba le go ba fa information as re tshaba gore afterwards ha go fetsa go etsagala so di mense ba ka tswa go ba tswang teng ko le ba tlo re kenella gore ya ko ena ntse leader info fa information di mense ba itseng gore ba kenele mekhuku a rona ba fitlhe ba go bolai mo dulang teng mo plekeng dulang mo gone as re tshaba le go bua le gore le rona ra tshaba go komba gore ke mo kae because so tshwantse o iphitlhe gore o fe gore ke mokhuku le o itseng what these people ba zamazama as now re bua no di mense a kantse ba tshesa mekhuku ba krile before ba tshesa mekhuku ena ba krile dithunya tsa bone di mense tsa bo zamazama tse dingata dithunya tse di kreilweng ka mo mekhukunyela as we speak now because no re se re tsogile le no because maybe during the night ba ka nna ba tla ba re kenelle mo re dulang teng or yang we don't know gore re etse yang now we can't even sleep during the night.
O ka rata mapodisa ka etsang ka situation sa mo informal settlement ya lona vele go tlile gore criminality is at its highest vele a le tsamaya bosiwa le rome bana motshegana
ai a bua ka mapodisi braga ke batle go botsa next the police are doing nothing e tla salo biditse mapodisi bra wa emele 2 to 3 hours ba sa fitlhe go fitla because no ra bona le rona re gona go bona ntwe etsagana mo community because ba ja le bone tjotso ya tswa ntwengwe ya tswa bra yaka ha ka re bua ha ba fitla fela ba fitla wena o iplela re motho o tswile o tshwerwe ka o sane ke wa mmona mo tsa mate mo strate o ipotsa re go etsagala mapodisi a ba thusi ka next bra le no yana gona go etsagala no ba tshesa mekhuku a batho go tshesa mekhuku a batho ba kae ha ba ye mapodisi se re bua le no yana ha gona le podisi le wane le fitlile even vene you wane re boneng e fitla mo community ya rona
mara go fisiwa ha mekhuku e go justify it vele or ke o kopisa tse di etsagalang ko West Barekeng ko Kagiso
boruri go tshesa mekhuku ba kopisa ntwe etsagalang ke go kopisa se etsagalang go plekeng ngwe trying gore ba tshose di mense o ka se tshose motho o tloetseng go etsa ntwe eleng gore wa etsa o tloetse mo pelong ba gago e mo madi ke ntwe eleng gore ba ikopisa go di plekeng tse dingwe be ba tla go tshesa mekhuku ya ka re bua so ke ntwe kopisiwa mra ha re mekhuku ishiso ha gona even o iwana o krile wa bona this zamazama even o iwana mo 4 way because ba tshabile ba file information ke bone di mense ba dula le rona le bone batho ba dula le bone ba na le girlfriend ka mona ke bone ba fa information gore tshabang this and that go etsagala so and so le skela di hula because di mense ba yetla mare ke bone vie gape ba fa yona information eo
mare dithunya tse di kreileng mo mokhukhung mo one di ka etsona gone yana
di tsutse ke bone di mense ba fitlile mo go rona mona mo 4 ways ba di tshotse ba tsamile ka tsone ga go Mohlakeng ba di tshotse le di phone tsa batho bra dintho tse dingata di nyametse mekuku e ba ibulang ba e foster go ibula ba e roba break in ba tse di phone tsa batho ese ke buana batho ba lla ka mogare gore di phone tsa bone di tsotswe di teki tsa bone di tsotswe dithunya tseo ba tsamile ka tsone ha di a ntshiwa le mo go rona gore di bona gore ke itse re credit dithunya mona mo plekeng ya lona yana le yana la reng ka ntwe gore resolve ya ntwena ese re credit dithunya mo plekeng ya lona ba tsamile ka tsone ya ka re bua go le fifi fela so ba re ya ka re buana ba re they will come maybe Thursday to see if those people are back from the bush or what so
No, Kialebo. Well, as you heard there, Flo, this is Tshepiso Mokoena actually saying that the people that were running rampage targeting shacks that are harboring or allegedly harboring Zamazamas were people from Mohlakeng who are actually not from this particular informal settlement, but saying that they had people that were informing them as to where they can locate the shacks that are actually harboring some of these illegal miners. He was also saying that, there's very thin police presence on the ground, and in fact, it's actually justified for what is actually transpiring. He was saying that, some of them have to hide whenever they have to locate some of these shacks harboring illegal miners. They can't just out in the open just inform the community members as to where they can go to find some of these miners, as he's saying that they could come back at night and target those informants that informed community members as to where they can actually locate them. He's saying that in some of the shacks that were actually demolished, they found cell phones, and in some there were a lot of firearms that were actually taken by community members. And he's saying that, those firearms were not handed over to police. And in fact, as the rampage was actually happening and shacks were actually being torched, we couldn't see a police van, not a single police van. We've been here for about a couple of hours now. We haven't seen any police vans on the ground. And as you heard the minister say, assure the communities of these mining towns to say that there would be sufficient police on the ground to try and ensure their safety, as most of them are saying, even during the day, it's really difficult for them to send children to go to the shops to go buy, basic whatever that they might require from the shops, saying that, there's a lot of criminality that's actually happening, but it's quite a shame that, you can't even locate not even a single police van while there's the torching of shacks and people's possessions. Some have been taken by the community, and they're saying that, a bit could have been done. But from the other side, when we spoke to the residents of Mohlakeng, they were saying that they appealed to the area commissioner to come and accompany them when they target some of these shacks harboring illegal miners. And they were saying that, they were disappointed at the last minute when, the police could not accompany them to ensure that they are law-abiding when these things happen. Maybe if the police had been present when there were some firearms that were located at one of the shacks that had been suspected to be harboring illegal miners, those firearms would have been handed over to the police. But because the police are not here, those firearms are still at large among community members. In a nutshell, that's what Tshepiso Mokoena was actually saying, who is a resident of Four Ways Informal Settlement, where we are right now, where the community of Mohlakeng has been targeting shacks believed to be harboring illegal miners.
Ofentse Setimo, thank you very much for that report.